Ja, und diesmal liegen die Europäer besser im Rennen. Vandenberg und Wekonen auf den Plätzen 3 und 4. Hier haben wir die 3, das ist der Holländer. Die 71 an der zweiten Position zu diesem Zeitpunkt. Sicherlich eine Überraschung, dass sich der amtierende Weltmeister geschwitzt schon vor dem Rennen und hier nun auch schon in seinen Knochen die Belastung des ersten Laufes. Der Spitzenreiter, gucken wir mal, wer Zweiter ist. Jawohl, und der Favoriten, der nun Dritter ist, auch das würde ihm natürlich locker reichen. Rob Herring, der ebenfalls der Brite sich hier weit nach vorne kämpfen kann. Zweiter Jon Vandenberg, und damit könnte er sich dann ein bisschen von Wekonen lösen in der Zwischenwertung. Ja, die Amerikaner können sich hier nicht mehr so in Szene setzen wie noch zu Beginn dieser Veranstaltung. Na, da gibt es auch eine Menge hübsche Zuschauer. Jeff Stanton unschlagbar auch in diesem zweiten Durchgang. War einfach nicht zu packen. Konnte hier vor den begeisterten Zuschauern die Konkurrenz in Vandenberg um den dritten Rang. Vandenberg wird nur Vierter, denn mit zunehmender Renndauer gab es Motorenmeter Klasse. Die Italiener haben wieder einen.
Very well be in trouble. Mickey Diamond is second, Hughes Visser running third, Trampas Parker making a move from fourth. Mickey Diamond, a two-time 125cc national champion, coming out of retirement to join the 250 ranks. Knee injury has prevented him from doing a good job in the first half of the season, but he was third overall in France. He's trying to catch up to this man, number 19, Jeff Stanton of Team Honda. He dominated both motos last year, and it looks like that domination continues here today. Ooh, there's a move by Trampas Parker, and he's around Mickey Diamond. You got just a glimpse of it left side of the screen. That's going to move Parker into second. He doesn't want to let Jeff Stanton get away. Stanton wants to dictate the pace of the race, and Trampas Parker cannot afford to let him do that. And Parker, of course, very concerned about the overall point standing. A second place here, depending on where the... Let's put the clock on the leaders here and check the interval from first to second. Jeff Stanton will trip the clock as he comes by our position here. He has maintained the lead from the beginning of the race. Now, this is a lap rider. We're waiting for Trampas Parker, and here he comes, the second place man. Parker has made a couple runs at Stanton, and each time he does, Stanton seems to be able to pick up the tempo a little bit. And as you can see, it is a 13-point repository of the world's great motocross talent, and that's what he's out to prove here today. And it would go nicely as the first rider to win back-to-back Supercross championships since Bob Hanna. Trampas Parker running second. He doesn't care what Jeff Stanton thinks, quite frankly. He knows that only one man in the world gets to be called world champion, and that's the crown that he wants. And with this run and the problem for Fuzar, he's got a real shot at taking that title. Parker content with second place here in the first moto as Stanton just flew around this track and really dominated. Here's the last lap. Stanton taking the final turn before the checkered flag. Parker behind him for a second place finish as Stanton now eases up and he comes across the checkered flag waving. 5 consecutive moto.
Spraying off the rear wheels, the rooster tail into turn one. Oh, it's slick and we got trouble. Big pile up in the right-hander. Stanton, number 14, was involved but escaped. Grabbed the early lead. Now Bader is an American, but he's riding on an Italian license. Trampas Parker is into second spot, and Edwin Evertson will be third through the early running. Going to take about a half a lap for these guys to be completely obliterated with mud, but it's for the big time. So as many of the riders did, they went to Europe to
seek their fortune.
Monet leads this race. Number 14, Jeff Stanton, got tangled in that first turn shuffle, has come back to 6th. Let's check with Art Ekman for the story of what Stanton did between.
Crews have done their job. Now it's time for the riders to take over. Gentlemen,
Jeff Stanton, who started 10th in the first moto, is a little better off in the second leg. Bader Monet right now has got to be worried about Edwin Evertson, the Dutchman on the Kawasaki, who's got a pretty good line coming in here down on the low side of the racetrack. Draws even with Monet, and he'll have the best line into the next corner. Makes the pass. Ticket spot to the reigning world champion Trampas Parker. Monet is now under heavy pressure from Jeff Stanton as we work our way through the second of 3 championship races. Lap rider off to the top of your screen in the mud. Oh, and Monet almost hits him. Stanton seizes the moment and squirts by on the inside. Jeff Stanton has taken over 3rd. That will drop Monet to 4th, and the next man in Jeff Stanton's sight will be number 1, Trampas Parker. The man, under any conditions, he has set his sights here on Edwin Evertson, the leader, and I would go so far as to predict that we're about to see history repeat itself. Monique Bourveau folded under the pressure in the first moto. Let's see if Evertson can do any better, but boy, Stanton's coming like a freight train.
oh, he is. Evertson, every once in a while, he just a slight turn of the head. He doesn't want to take his eyes off the track, and that's what happened to Bourveau, as a matter of fact. He got nervous because he was looking at Stanton, and that's what Evertson needs to avoid. Ride the track, keep your eyes on what's happening in front of you. Don't worry about the guy behind you. If he can make the pass, let him make the pass, but hold your position and stay upright.
You see a bobble right there. That's an opening for Stanton. He pulls alongside, and all of a sudden, just like that, Evertson is the second place man. A lap rider back there. In fact, I think that was Bourveau.
Lap a couple more corners, and he gets the checkers.
Among the American riders, Stanton has been dominant in this country of late, winning national championships, winning Supercross championships, and now another step closer to winning the USGP.